Of all the ways to die, smashing into Damian Blackwood wasn't on my list. 1 second, I'm sprinting after Mirror Mask, lightning crawling over my skin like it's dying to be unleashed. The next, the whole skyscraper goes black. Lights snuffed, emergency systems fried, silence so heavy it feels like drowning. And then, bam! Chest to chest, shoulder to jaw. Every part of me slamming into 6 feet of sculpted ice. Volt! He hisses, low, sharp. Even in total darkness, he sounds annoyingly perfect. Do you ever watch where I'm going? Nope. My grin is automatic, even though my heart's trying to break out of my ribs. His hand finds my chest, steady and firm, and I swear the heat of it sears through my suit. Sparks crackle across my skin, fizzing over his palm, but he doesn't yank away. Doesn't move at all. His breath brushes my jaw, slow and careful, like he's trying not to inhale me by accident. It should be nothing. Just a stumble in the dark. 2 rivals colliding, easy to shove off, forget, laugh about later, except neither of us moves. Damian! The name slips out of me, rough and unguarded, like it's been sitting on my tongue for years, waiting for an excuse. He exhales, steady at first, then betrays himself with the faintest shake. His fingers curl just slightly in my shirt, like he's deciding whether to push me away or drag me closer. The tension is a live wire, humming, begging to snap, and then it does. Our mouths collide. Not soft, not careful, like lightning striking ice. Too fast, too hard, too much, and somehow still not enough. His lips are cold at first, shocking, but underneath, God, he's fire. All repressed heat and swallowed want. He tastes like control breaking, like every rule he's ever written for himself shattering in my hands. I fist his jacket, hauling him closer, like I've been waiting my whole damn life for this exact moment in this exact blackout. He kisses me back, furious, hungry, desperate, like if the lights never come back, he won't care, because finally, he's here with me. For a few impossible seconds, the world disappears. No mission, no villain, no team. Just us, tangled in the dark, electric and icebound, and unbearably alive. And then the lights flicker on. We break apart so fast it almost hurts. He straightens like nothing happened, posture rigid, lips red. I'm gasping, sparking like a live wire, and every inch of me screams to drag him back in. Stay focused, Vega, he mutters, voice frosty as ever. But his ears, traitorous, glowing red. I swallow a laugh, my whole chest aching. If this is what hating him feels like, I'm doomed. Flashback. The kiss is still buzzing in my head, rattling around like loose lightning when the past comes flooding in. Because of course it does. Because nothing with Damian Blackwood is ever simple. See, Damian and I, we're not just teammates. We're the city's golden duo. Headliners. Poster boys. The perfect storm. Volt and Frostbite. Lightning and ice. Fireworks and blizzards. We're what parents point to when they tell their kids, don't do drugs, do superpowers instead. And the kicker? We can't stand each other. Okay, maybe that's not fair. I can't go 5 minutes without riling him up. He can't go 5 minutes without glaring like he's personally offended I exist. Same thing, really. Our whole partnership is a running disaster reel. I make an entrance. Lightning, sparks, neon glory. He rolls his eyes and mutters about discipline. I improvise mid-fight. He barks orders like a drill sergeant. I crack jokes at villains. He scolds me mid-battle. And still, we win. Every time. Because somehow, my chaos and his control snap together into something terrifyingly effective. It drives him insane. Which, to be honest, is my favorite hobby. The city eats it up too. Volt and Frostbite, the rivals who save the day. Social feeds love us. The fan forums are disturbingly creative. Even villains get in on it. Last month, one literally paused mid-monologue just to say, "Do you two need a room?" Damian nearly froze him solid on the spot. But underneath all the bickering, the eye rolls, The not-so-subtle death glares. There's something else. I feel it every damn time we're shoulder to shoulder, back to back, trading blows and banter. Something sharp, hot, unbearable. Like all our energy isn't just fighting them, it's fighting this. I've known him for 5 years, long enough to know his rhythms, his tells. That microsecond twitch of his jaw when he's frustrated. The way his voice goes low, almost gentle, when he's warning civilians out of the crossfire. How he always steps in front of me when he thinks I'm about to do something stupid. Which, fine, is often, but still. And yeah, okay, I noticed the other things too. The way his suit fits a little too. Perfectly. The way his stupid blue hair always falls exactly right, even after an explosion. The fact that when his ice catches the light, he looks like he stepped out of a damn painting. I notice it, and I bury it, because he's Frostbite, and I'm Volt, and we can't. Besides, he hates me. I mean, he has to. I'm reckless, loud, reckless and loud. I blow things up and smile about it. He lives by the book, the rules, the training manual. The man probably alphabetizes his toothpaste. I've spent years convincing myself he'd never want someone like me. And maybe he's done the same. Maybe in his head, I'm just a mess he's stuck cleaning up. A live wire he can't touch without getting burned. So we fight. Constantly. Because it's easier than whatever this is. Until tonight. Until that blackout. Until that kiss that feels like every argument, every smirk, every almost touch finally snapping. Now I don't know what the hell we are anymore. Flashback ends. Back to the present time. Of all the things I've done wrong in my life, and the list is longer than Damian's patience, kissing him might be the dumbest. Not because it was bad. God, no. Because it was good. Too good. The kind of good you don't come back from. And now? Now we're pretending it never happened. The lights came back on, and Damian slipped right into his Frostbite mask. Cold, crisp, untouchable. Adjusted his gloves, straightened his jacket, called for the team like we just regrouped after a perfectly normal skirmish instead of whatever the hell that was. And me? I couldn't feel my legs. My lips still tingled. My whole chest ached like a storm was locked inside. But I shoved it down, because Damian wasn't looking at me. Not once. Not when we reported to command. Not during debrief. Not even when I accidentally called him Damian instead of Frostbite and Blaze nearly choked on his protein bar. He ignored me. Which is classic Damian, really. He ignores everything that doesn't fit neatly into his world of rules and precision. He ignored the blackout. He ignored the kiss. He ignored the way I couldn't stop staring at his mouth. So I pretended to. Pretended I didn't notice the way his ears flushed pink every time someone teased us. Pretended I didn't catch him watching me during sparring drills, gaze sharp, unreadable. Pretended my heart wasn't a lightning storm every time our hands brushed. But the thing about pretending? It doesn't make the feelings go away. It just makes them louder. The weirdest part? After the blackout, we worked better together than we ever had before. Before, our fights were messy. I'd improvise, he'd scold. I'd ignore. He'd freeze the ground under my feet, so I'd trip and learn a lesson. Sure, we still won, but it was chaos. Now, we were poetry. His ice walls became perfect lightning conductors. My bolts traveled through his frozen structures like glowing veins, shattering enemy defenses twice as fast. He'd block my blind spots without a word. I'd supercharge his icicles so they hit like rockets. We moved like one body, one rhythm, like that kiss had rewired us into the same circuit. The team noticed immediately. "Since when do you two coordinate?" Blaze teased after a fight, smoke still rising from his hair. "It's almost cute." "Almost?" I shot back, grinning. "We're adorable." Damian's glare could have frozen the sun, but it didn't stop the whispers, the jokes, the bets. Half the team swore we were secretly dating. The other half swore we were secretly murdering each other in alleys. Honestly, both felt true. And the banter, Oh, the banter got dangerous. During training, he barked, "Your stance is sloppy, Vega." I smirked. "Funny, didn't hear you complaining when I saved your ass last mission." "That's because I was busy saving yours." I winked, leaning in just enough. "Then I guess we're even, unless you'd like to owe me." His jaw clenched. His eyes flickered down. To my mouth, I swear it. And then he spun on his heel, muttering something about discipline. It was maddening, infuriating, addictive. Every mission blurred into this fever dream where we were supposed to be rivals, but somehow our bodies moved like partners. Every fight ended with me wanting him more. Every argument tasted like the kiss we wouldn't talk about. And the worst part? I think he felt it too. I'd catch him watching me sometimes, just for a second, just before he forced his face back into perfect control. That control was killing me, because I wanted to shatter it. A few weeks later, Mirror Mask showed up again like a ghost, and suddenly our world got a lot messier. Not louder, not flashier, just sharper, colder, more dangerous. He didn't care about money, fame, or chaos. He wanted secrets, hidden desires, things we didn't say, things we shoved down and swore we'd never admit. And of course, he honed in on us immediately. The first time I saw him, he appeared out of nowhere, silver mask glinting under the city lights. "Ah," he purred, voice smooth and terrifying. "The lightning bolt and the icicle. So much tension, so much denial. Delicious," I froze. Damian froze, and the city didn't know how close it came to being fried by my panic spikes. From then on, every mission became a test. Every encounter, a trap. He set up illusions that forced us into impossible proximity. Forced us to rely on each other in ways that made my chest hurt and my heart trip. The worst was the rooftop stakeouts. Hours of silence. The city sprawling below us like glittering concrete stars. Damian's shoulder brushed mine every time he shifted. My lightning humming under my skin, reacting to him, reacting to the closeness. The wind whipping through his blue hair. The cold biting at my face, the heat rising in my chest. "Stop fidgeting," he said finally, voice clipped but low. "I'm not fidgeting," I whispered, heart racing like it wanted to punch through my chest. "I'm strategically vibrating." He didn't laugh, but I swear his eyes softened for a microsecond. And that microsecond kicked me harder than any villain ever could. Days later, during a mission in Mirror Mask's labyrinth of mirrors, our hands brushed. Accidentally, of course, and the sparks were literal. I yelped, he froze, and for the first time, I thought he might look at me. Not as Frostbite, not as a teammate, not as the untouchable ice wall, but as himself. I fell harder, terrified, every inch of me screaming that this was dangerous, that this was too close, that I wanted him too much. And he kept his mask on, icy, untouchable. But I could see the cracks. The microsecond hesitation before he answered my jokes. The way his jaw twitched when he caught me staring. The way his ice powers sometimes faltered near me, like he couldn't control them when I was close. We were both dancing on the edge, teetering over something neither of us wanted to admit. 2 weeks later, it all came crashing down one night over downtown. Mirror Mask had trapped us. The entire team, the city. And naturally, the villain was dramatic as hell. With a wave of his hand, he projected our hidden thoughts, out loud, for everyone to hear. Mine first. God, I want him. I want him so bad it hurts. My own voice echoed over the rooftops, bouncing off skyscrapers. The city froze. Civilians gasped. Teammates' mouths fell open. Cameras flashed like lightning. And then his voice. Damian's. Crystal clear, trembling just enough. If I give in, I'll lose control. And if I lose him, I'll break. I swear, it felt like my chest had shattered. My stomach dropped to my knees, my hands shook. I wanted to run. Hide, cry, laugh, grab him and kiss him senseless all at once. The team was screaming, half in shock, half in glee. Mirror Mask cackled, clearly loving this more than life itself. Damian didn't move, didn't speak, didn't even look at me. Just ice, rigid and cold, like the world had frozen him solid. And me? I tried to laugh, to joke. Well, at least you're not my type, right? The lie cracked the second I said it. My chest burned, my hands tingled, my heart. Oh my God, my heart. We finished the fight, but the magic was gone. The city was safe, the villain gone. But everything between us? Shattered, exposed, raw. I wanted to say something, anything to reach him. But he vanished into the night, frost trailing like a warning. And I knew somehow that nothing would ever be simple again. The next day. The exposure had left us raw. My confession, his confession, the city hearing it all. It should have been the worst night of my life. But it wasn't. Because the next day, the training simulation was mandatory. And guess who had been paired up? Volt, Frostbite, team exercise, no exceptions. Commander's voice boomed over the intercom. My stomach dropped, Damian's jaw clenched, and suddenly I was stuck standing right beside him in the simulation arena. The virtual cityscape flickering around us. No escape, no walls, no pretending we weren't both hyper-aware of every inch of each other. The proximity was brutal. Too close. Shoulder to shoulder. Fingers brushing as we adjusted gear. Breaths mingling. Every movement a reminder of the night before. He didn't speak. I didn't speak. And somehow, that silence was worse than yelling. Because it wasn't empty. It was charged. Like static electricity on a stormy day. The first brush of our hands. Accidental, of course, made my chest seize. I could feel him stiffen. Could see the microsecond he wanted to pull away, but didn't. And every glance we shared. Sparks, not metaphorical this time. Actual sparks, because he's Frostbite and I'm Volt, and somehow physics wants to flirt with us. Hours passed in tense coordination, each mission task a forced dance where we had to rely on each other. No room for denial, no room for pretending. Every shared maneuver, every near fall, every time our bodies collided. It was a confession in motion. By the last objective, my nerves were shredded. He was cool, precise, infuriatingly perfect. I was a live wire, every breath crackling. The entire time, I kept replaying the night of the kiss. His hands fisted in my jacket, the taste of frost on my lips, and then the way he vanished as if nothing had happened. We finished the rescue. The sim flickered off. But he didn't look at me. Didn't say a word. Just turned for the door. Something in me snapped. "Stop walking away from me!" I blurt, sparks leaping off my palms before I can stop them. My voice is raw, louder than I meant. Damian stops. His back is rigid. He doesn't turn. "Go home, Vega." No. I step closer, heart hammering. We can't keep doing this. We save each other's lives. We kiss in the dark. And then you act like I'm toxic waste. What am I supposed to do with that? He turns then, blue eyes like cracked ice. You're reckless with everything. With the mission. With yourself. With me. I can't. His voice breaks. He inhales sharply. I can't let myself fall. Not for you. Not for anyone. The words gut me, but they also light a fire. I step right into his space until my chest brushes his arm. Then why do you keep catching me? I whisper. Why do you keep saving me? Why do you look at me like that? His jaw tightens. Frost curls from his fingertips, creeping across the floor. Because I care, he says, low and fierce. And if I fall, I'll fall too hard, and there won't be anything left of me. I swallow hard. My own sparks flicker weakly. Then fall. I'll catch you. I swear I will. For a heartbeat, neither of us moves. My breath is lightning. His is winter. We're inches apart, and everything between us is a live wire ready to blow. And then an alarm sounds. Not simulated. Real. The training room doors lock, sealing us in as an emergency protocol activates. The building shudders. This isn't a drill anymore. The emergency is a structural collapse 2 floors down. The sim's infrastructure failing and dragging real debris with it. Civilians, trainees, staff are trapped in the lower levels. The system's failing. We're the only 2 free to act. No time to think. No time to fight. Just us. Together? I ask. Damian meets my eyes. For once, no wall, no mask. Together, he says. We move like we're one body. Ice reinforcing crumbling beams, lightning arcing through dark hallways to clear paths. His precision guides my chaos. My energy feeds his control. Every rescue is a duet. Every motion is trust. I watch him in flashes. His hair falling over his forehead, frost blooming from his hands, the faint tremor in his jaw when he looks at me. We're sweating, bleeding, saving people, and yet for the first time, it feels effortless. Like we're what we're supposed to be. The last victim is pulled free. The building stabilizes, and suddenly we're standing alone in a ruined corridor, smoke curling around us. I reach for him. He reaches back. Our hands meet. We're both trembling. This is what it's like, I whisper. Not rivalry. Not pretending. Just us. He exhales, shaky. It's terrifying. It's perfect, I say. And then I kiss him. Not in darkness, not hidden. In the half-light of a ruined hall, with the emergency lights flickering red. His hand slides into my hair. Mine grip his jacket. Sparks of electricity and flecks of frost rise around us like our powers can't contain themselves. It's messy, fierce, public in the sense that anyone could see, but it's ours. No more secrets, I murmur against his lips. No more pretending, he answers, his voice breaking like ice under thaw. A little while later, the city lights shimmer beneath us, spilling like molten gold across the streets. The rubble is cleared. The victims are safe. The chaos is gone. And for the first time, the world feels quiet. Just enough for me to hear my own heartbeat pounding against my chest, matching the rhythm of his. Damian stands beside me, chest rising and falling, ice still clinging faintly to his gloves, frost sparkling in the air. He doesn't look away, doesn't pull back. His usual armor of control and distance is gone, replaced by something warmer, something raw, something him. Vega, he mutters softly, voice low, almost vulnerable. My name sounds strange and new on his lips, like a secret he's been hiding. What? I tease gently, my hand brushing his. Sparks dance against the frost where we touch. He takes a breath, then leans in, eyes glimmering. I don't care who sees this, or what anyone thinks. He swallows. I love you. All of it. Chaos, reckless, annoying, brilliant you. My chest tightens so hard, I think I might combust. You... what? I manage, my voice breaking just slightly. I love you, he repeats, firmer this time. You. Me. U.S. I've been trying to keep it frozen, trying to keep myself in control, but... His hand cups my cheek, thumb brushing my jaw. I can't. I won't. Not anymore. The world narrows to just us. The city, the team, the cameras. None of it matters. I grin like a fool, step closer, and cup his face with both hands. Sparks and frost swirl around us like magic caught in slow motion. I love you too, I whisper. I've been trying to fight it, but I can't. I can't imagine this without you. His lips meet mine. Gentle at first, then firmer, hungrier, desperate to make up for all the months of pretending. The kiss deepens, every touch, every spark, every whisper of ice and electricity, saying everything we couldn't before. When we finally pull back, foreheads pressed together, breaths mingling, I can't stop smiling. Neither can he. You're still impossible, he murmurs. And you're still a control freak, I tease, leaning into him. But now you're mine. Completely. He laughs, soft, real and warm, tugging me closer until I'm pressed against him. Then I guess I'll keep you. Reckless, chaotic, impossible. All of you. Deal, I say, grinning. Sparks flare gently around us in celebration. Frost blooms on his gloves, glittering like a crown. The team cheers. The city roars, but we barely notice. Because right now, nothing matters except the two of us. Shoulder to shoulder, chest to chest, ice and lightning entwined, we step forward into the night together. Finally honest, finally free, finally in love. And for the first time in forever, everything feels exactly as it should. A few years later. Years later, and somehow we're still at it. Same city, same chaos, same don't kill each other before the civilians do routine. I'm zipping across rooftops, hair sticking up like I just got hit by my own lightning when I hear it. Vega! Watch the... I freeze mid-leap, only to watch Damian faceplant into a conveniently placed ice sculpture he'd made for training. I can't help it. I laugh. Full on, no shame. Belly laugh. You okay, Frosty? I call, landing next to him. Sparks flickering from my fingertips. He glares at me, snow melt dripping down his jacket. I'm fine. Unlike some people who think a lightning bolt makes a safe landing platform, hey, my landings are spectacular, I defend, grinning ear to ear. You should know. Been watching me do this since day one. He groans, wiping ice off his cheek. You know, for someone obsessed with chaos, you're lucky I love you. Lucky? I'm the one who's lucky, I say, crouching down to brush some snow from his hair. Sparks leap out playfully, brushing against the frost still clinging to him. You're my control freak, my partner, my... I pause, eyes softening. My everything. His lips twitch into that infuriatingly perfect smirk. You mean your chaos magnet? Exactly, I say. You couldn't escape me if you tried. He leans into me, forehead resting against mine. Good. Because I wouldn't even want to. And just when I think it can't get more ridiculous, the comms crackle. Vega! Frostbite! There's a civilian trapped in a collapsing building on 5th. I grin. Ready for another rescue? Always, he says. Then mutters under his breath. Don't trip this time. Not a chance, I tease, grabbing his hand and zipping into the night. Sparks and frost swirling around us, like chaos and control, are finally perfect together. And just like that, I realize, years may have passed, missions may have multiplied, villains may keep showing up, but some things never change. We still fight. We still banter. We still accidentally nearly kill each other in the most spectacular ways possible. But now, every chaos-filled rooftop, every near-death rescue, every spark and frost-laced handhold is ours. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. The end. Be honest. Volt's chaos or Frostbite's control? Who would you fall for first? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to become part of our Rainbow Force, and consider joining our membership for early access and exclusive content. Stay wholesome.